Hello, my name is Kurt Dahl,
And I'm Adam Hicks, and we are One Bad Son.
and you're watching Q&A with Lady K.
Well, welcome to Toronto. You're here for Canadian Music Week, where we're honoring and celebrating musicians from Canada. How has Canada helped you and your band?
Well, that's a good question. I guess it's all we've known is Canada. We haven't done a lot outside, but honestly, one great thing that I got a lot of friends in bands in the U.S. and they don't have any like the funding options and that sort of thing like from the government. So we've been fortunate enough to get funding over the years from throughout the country. So, but mostly, honestly, it's just like we've got a great fan base in this country from coast to coast. It's like there's some great rock and roll is alive and well in Canada.
Right. You guys have been performing for 13 years now. How has the Canadian rock and roll scene changed?
Yeah, honestly, we've been around for many changes. Like when we were starting, it was the big, like kind of the Nickelback kind of era. A lot of the rap rock stuff was kind of fading out. So it was kind of like when we started rock, didn't really know what it was doing in Canada.
Right.
But and honestly, now 13 years later, I think it's back. It's good. It's like with like social media and everything now. Like if you make good rock and roll music, it's gonna get out there, right? And in Canada, it's great. Like you got bands like us and Arkells, like just different but kind of the same. But like I think people can get whatever they want now. So like you can write good rock music, and if it's good, someone's gonna like it, right? So just stay true to yourself, and it's the Canadian way.
Now, speaking of your sound, you guys have just released your latest single, Raging Bull, which has become your 5th top 10 single, which is amazing. So congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
What was the inspiration behind that song?
Honestly, that song's kind of been around for about a year and a half in a few different formats, but honestly, kind of sums up where we're at as a band right now. Like it's kind of like I like the line, you can feel the temperature rising. Like you want something so bad that you're almost going to will it, right? Like you're not going to stop till you get it. And that's kind of how you got to be in the music industry nowadays, right? Like if you don't have that drive, it's not going to happen for you.
What do you think it is about this song that your fans connect with?
I think the lyrics connect personally, which is always nice. Like when someone can relate to you, like man, like that's how that song makes me feel, right?
Right.
And honestly, it's like 3 minutes of like kind of rock in your face, kind of just like it's got some emotion to it, some aggression for sure.
With rock music, is it the lyrics or the music that's more important?
That's a good question. I see my singer looking at me in my periphery over here. I think it's both because like some of the greatest rock songs in the history of rock and roll, I have no clue what they're about, right? Like Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, like I love that song, but what the hell is it about? It doesn't necessarily matter. It matters how it makes you feel, right? Like when Freddie Mercury sings those lines, it's like it makes my arm hairs stand up, and I don't even know what it's about, but it's just that emotion, So, but at the same time, if the lyrics are just garbage, like there's so many bands that I've heard rock bands like our contemporaries say things like, "Wow, lyrics don't really matter," and that's just not true. Like you gotta really communicate something, and it's just like usually an emotion.
Right.
So I think that's something that Shane just keeps getting better at, and we kind of throw ideas at him and stuff, and it's like over 13 years you sort of related to like finding our sound. It's like you sort of find the line between thought and expression becomes a bit shorter, and that's like a beautiful thing because sometimes you have all these things you want to say but you don't know how to say it or communicate it, and in music and in life, and I feel like we're just starting to get that thought to expression thing really going right now, and I think that's what makes fans connect with it.
Now, I noticed on Facebook that as the single was rising in the charts, you were giving the opportunity for fans to win Raging Bull whiskey.
Yes, and we we have a tradition related to that, which is, I guess, has gone on longer. That every time we cracked a certain benchmark on the chart, we'd raise a glass together. But you often find out, like we crack top 10 at like, you find out at like 9 a.m. on a Monday, you know. So
It's a lot of drinking.
yeah, you know, like a lot of day drinking, but hey, it's for a good cause.
Yes, yeah. Well, as much as I love drinking, I also love collecting really cool bottles. So is your version of the Jack Daniels, is it available in stores to buy?
No, it's not. We'd probably get in crap if we tried to sell it. But you know, I think it's safe to say we can probably get you a bottle.
Can you? 'Cause
Yeah.
I saw it and it's really cool. I really want it, and I do drink a lot.
Okay, I like you already.
So I can raise a shot glass with you guys too.
So the question would be, are you going to keep it unopened or are you going to open it?
Well, I don't want to waste it.
Yeah,
So,
good. That's the right answer.
Right? So I would drink it, but then
Save
once
the
it's
bottle.
done, save the bottle, put it up on my shelf.
That is the right answer.
Okay, good. So that means I get a bottle.
Yeah, we can make that happen. We know the right people.
All right, well, thank you. Now, a lot of people, myself included, use rock music as a way to get pumped up. So what do you guys do?
Before a big rock show, I'd probably go the opposite with some silence, you know, and like,
Yeah.
honestly, I like to use sports teams analogy. Like I like to get in my zone, like just relax, get my thoughts together, and then obviously do my warm-ups and stuff like that. Because like we are the rock and roll to pump everybody up, right?
Right.
So yeah, I'm like the goalie sitting alone on the bench before the game, you know.
You know, it's kind of this. Like, I mean, being the drummer, it's like I like to be fit, you know, and
Right.
like do that kind of stuff. Otherwise, it's actually hard on the body, you know. But I'm not lifting like heavy weights. Usually, it's like something kind of pretty chill, like doing yoga or something, which is very not rock and roll.
No,
but
no, total
but
opposite.
that's okay. I don't care if people judge me. But yeah, I usually like a bit of silence too. Like, you know, if we have our own rooms, hotel rooms or whatever, like green room, it's like kind of just getting in the zone, you know, and because then once that, you know, and it's very much like Hicks said in the song Raging Bull, it's like that intensity is building, and then
Right.
the first song hits. It's like, I think one thing that's special about our band is we would never take that feeling for granted. You know, like every time before a show starts, it's like, it's still like the first time, you know, and
Yeah.
you know, the fact that we've been doing this for 13 years, it's like we feel so effing lucky every day, you know, and there's still a long way to go. By no means are we like living the dream quite yet, but it's like we're doing it, you know, and that's a pretty cool accomplishment already, you know.
It is. It's awesome. It really is. Where did you guys come up with your name, One Bad Son?
Honestly, it was kind of Shane's kind of name. I was kind of established before I kind of joined, so, but somehow they call me the bad son usually. I don't know.
Yeah, like people always ask who the bad son is.
That was
It's
my next question. Who is the bad son?
unequivocally, it's always Mr. Adam Hicks. He just, you know, he seems like a really nice, cuddly,
Yeah, I was gonna say you
kinda
seem like
gentle-
a genuine
gentle
guy.
spirit.
Nice-
Yeah, he is. He is a gentle spirit, but he's also got like he is kind of like he's the raging bull personified.
All right.
It's a stressful job.
Seems like it. You wear it well though. Now you guys will be dropping a new album later this year. So what can we expect?
Yeah, we're hoping like we're gonna be back in Toronto actually in June. Finish the record. Like we've got 4 songs ready. We'll do another 6 with our producer Gavin Brown, who's been like kind of become like the 5th member of OBS. Record that in June. Probably another single like in the summer, like a second follow up to Raging Bull, and then release the album in September, hopefully with a little luck. And honestly, like we've spent 2 years sort of in hibernation writing the songs for this record and really pushing ourselves as writers and as people, you know, like
Right.
I say that without hesitation, like we really pushed ourselves on this one, and we've done well with the last 2 albums. Like we've you know succeeded to a certain level in Canada, but this record, it's like we're doing this for 13 years. Like, you know, we're in our mid-30s. Like, let's do this. Like, let's break this thing around the world. Otherwise, what's the point? You know, like, so that's the goal. You know, nothing short of world domination.
Well, Well, I wish you all the best. Good luck with the rest of your tour and have fun. You're playing tonight in Toronto, so all the best with that.
Thank you so much.
And we look forward to hearing that new album.
Right on. Thank you so much for having us.
And I'd like to give a big shout out to Strut Entertainment for facilitating this interview.
Yo, Strut.
Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, like it. If you want more interviews, subscribe. And don't forget, you can follow me on social media.